So about 2 weeks after the fact, we got it, ladies and gentlemen. An apology statement from the man himself, Johan of Paradox Tinto. Now, as you might have heard, Paradox Tinto, which is a new Paradox studio, released on April 27 a fairly broken expansion for Europa Universalis 4. And when I say broken, yeah, I think broken is the right word. Maybe even an understatement. Fans were rightfully upset, players of other Paradox games were laughing, but in the end, some players were left feeling like Paradox didn't really see them. But now, 2 weeks later, EU4 players and Leviathan purchasers in particular have received an official apology from the Paradox Tinto lead game director. In the apology, Johan stated that Leviathan was one of the worst releases we have had, and even admits that it follows a long trail of low-quality releases starting back with Golden Century for EU4. As studio manager and game director, this is my responsibility, so I have to apologize for this. This is entirely my fault. Apparently, the studio did not have all the resources they needed when they began developing Leviathan and hadn't even finished onboarding every developer. So now it seems Tinto will be changing the plan somewhat. Johan states that, "We had originally plans to fix all legacy bugs before we stopped developing further expansions for EU4. Now we are accelerating those plans and also making sure that the community will be getting them frequently. So we'll have several patches throughout this year," according to Johan. The letter ends with the hope of a bright future for EU4. So, I think this is a very decent apology, to be honest. It seems Johan and hopefully the rest of the team understand that this expansion wasn't, let's just say, the best. I think the question remains though, they knew they had a small team, they most likely knew there were bugs, so why not just postpone Leviathan? And of course, 2 weeks is better late than never, but why not apologize right after the fact? In the end, it's great that we got an official apology. What's kind of interesting though is that apparently EU4 will not be getting any new expansions until these patches have been released, and it seems it's going to take all year. Although not exactly the same, this is almost giving me Imperator vibes in that new content will be put on ice for the foreseeable future, although not as serious. EU4 is an immensely popular game, and this post obviously means some kind of support for EU4 won't go away anytime soon. But I can't help but wonder whether, it's time for EU4 to have Leviathan as its last expansion. EU4 came out in 2013, now that's 8 years ago. And even though it's one of my favorite games of all time, in many aspects it's honestly starting to show its age. I wonder whether this wouldn't be a great opportunity for Paradox to just, patch EU4 and let that be it for this behemoth of a game, and just move on to making Europa Universalis 5 already. Now that sounds amazing, doesn't it? EU5, well, that'll be the day. But what do you think? Are you happy with the apology? Is it not enough? Are you excited for the future of EU4, or do you just want to stop already and that Paradox can move on to another title entirely? Thank you so much for watching, friends. As always, if you enjoyed the video, I hope you leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.